ready for it. Get ready for it. Get ready for it. Yeah, this is it. Go! 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 Yeah, this is it. Go! Go! Let's go! This is it. Oh, 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 oh. Yeah, it's about to break. Got what it's gonna take. Go ahead and on that stage. Let's go. When you're made for this, yeah, it's obvious. Top another list. Let's go. Get ready for it. Get ready for it. Get ready for it. Yeah, this is it. Go! 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 Yeah, this is it. Go! Let's go! This is it. It's now or it's never. No plan with forever. It's now or it's never. Hey. It's down to the wire. Who gon' take the empire? It's down to the wire. This is it. Get ready for it. Get ready for it. Get ready for it. This is it. This is it. Go! 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 Yeah, this is it. Go! Let's go! This is it. You thought nothing could surprise you. You thought you'd seen everything, but you never saw me coming. All eyes on me. Ready or not, I'm making waves. Ready or not, you can't escape. Ready or not, I'm on my way. You can't stop what I got. Ready or not. Ready or not. Oh, here I come, so you better get ready. Get ready. Something big is about to go down. Ready or not. Ready or not. Ready or not. Down zone, you best get moving. I'm about to change the game. Go ahead, try to outrun me. It's all the same. Ready or not, I'm making waves. Ready or not, you can't escape. Ready or not, I'm on my way. You can't stop what I got. Ready or not. Ready or not. Oh, here I come, so you better get ready. Get ready. Something big is about to go down. Ready or not. Ready or not. Ready or not. I'm making waves. Ready or not. You can't escape. Ready or not. I'm on my way. You can't stop what I got. Ready or not. Here I come, so you better get ready. Get ready. Something big is about to go down. Ready or not. Ready or not. Ready or not. Ready or not. Ready or not.
Well, the only reason Starkey is in business is to help people. Our specialty is hearing.
At Starkey, we're about connecting people with people through better hearing. We want to make the best products to help the world have the best hearing experience possible. And that's why we do what we do. That's why we come into work every day.
We want them to hear better, but we want to expand on that, and we really genuinely care about how do they live a better life.
I just love that we're a company focused on improving people's lives, helping them to hear better.
There's a lot of great technology companies, but really good products come when people do it from their heart, and we make our decisions based on what's best for the end user.
Focusing on the needs of the patients allows us to always do what's right by the patient, and if we do what's right by the patient, we always do what's right by the customer.
The intention is so that our customers can serve their patients better than anyone else.
The technology can only get you so far. Our technology in the professional's hands, we think, has the best opportunity to provide patient delight.
Early on, I realized that the hearing aid could be more than an amplification device.
The ear is a right place for health and wellness features, and it's also a cognitive gateway to your brain.
For a long time, for decades, hearing aid has a single function. It was designed to take sound and amplify sound. By tapping into advanced technologies such as sensors, machine learning, and artificial intelligence, we have reinvented the hearing aid to do a lot more than just amplify sound.
We absolutely are reinventing the hearing aid.
We're putting things like fall detection, heart rate monitor, activity tracking, all into our hearing aids.
We're taking it from a single-purpose device to a multi-purpose device.
There's no other device like it today on the market, and we're proud of the fact that we're delivering the best sound quality and the best quality of instrument.
And in fact, what we're doing is turning hearing aids from a have-to-wear device into a want-to-have device, and just that way making hearing aids a little bit cool.
As an audiologist, I guess I've always thought hearing aids are cool.
And it's pretty awesome to be able to say that you're part of that.
We are going to do things that no one else has done, and we're going to achieve those things because we have commitment, dedication, and we know the ear better than anyone.
To our viewers around the world, thank you for joining Starkey's Livio Edge AI virtual launch event. Live from Starkey's global headquarters in Minneapolis, please welcome President and CEO Brandon Sawalich.
Good morning and welcome to our new Livio Edge AI launch event. Launch events here at Starkey are quite special to us. You know, it's a time that we're obviously sharing what's new with Starkey to you, our customers, to your patients, as well as to celebrate the success of a lot of hard work from the people of Starkey. So I want to thank everybody for joining us from around the world. We're coming to you here live, here in our Austin theater on our global headquarters. And we've got a lot of great things, exciting things, and new things that we want to share. But before every launch event, I always talk about the people of Starkey and the heart of Starkey. As you saw in the video, we have a lot of commitment to innovation and making things new for better hearing. But we also talk about hearing better and living better. Our why is quite simple. We want to change people's lives through better hearing. We help people connect with others and their world and their environment for a better life through better hearing. So today is about new. It's following up on promises that we started 2 years ago when we set out with a vision to redefine a company and reinvent the hearing aid. So we launched Livio AI on August 27th in 2018. A little bit differently, we're coming to you virtually now. And back then we had quite a large audience of all the employees here at Starkey out in front of our WFA Education Center. And then we also did a lot of live launch events here with you in our theater. But we're adapting. And 2 years ago, we started on that rocket ride. We wanted to reinvent the hearing aid, be bold, get out the incremental improvements, and do new things for people. Expand the dimension of what hearing aids and hearing technologies can be. So the Livio AI, the vision was started by Mr. Austin in 1998, and very simple. A hearing aid can do more than just sound. And with us, it always starts with job one, having the best sound quality. You will have that commitment from Starkey now and forward. We've always had the best and focus on better hearing and better sound. But with that new dimension in Livio AI, we wanted to talk about the best hearing aid, which is your sound quality, now with better connectivity, and then healthable features. What can we do to help people live a better life? And also expanding the dimension of making hearing aid your personal assistant. I always liken it to Iron Man and Jarvis. The hearing aid should know more about you than you do, but all you have to do is ask. So that we started on this vision, and we knew in August of 2018 it was the first step. The first step of many on where we're going and how we are reinventing and redefining the hearing aid. We've changed the conversation. We've redesigned, engineered the hearing aid for overall health, and we wanted to lessen the stigma of hearing aids and hearing aid technology. And you do that through education, staying on a consistent education process, not only to our customers, but also to their patients. And we also want to make hearing aids cool. It's your overall health and wellness. We wanted to make sure that hearing aids weren't that of what people think of 20 years ago. It's a personal communication device. People connecting people with people. And with the introduction, and not really since Starkey fit President Reagan, Mr. Austin fit President Reagan in September of 1983, has a hearing aid received much media attention, as Livio AI did. For the last 2 years, we've received more attention on not just the name of a product, but what a hearing aid can do. We've put hearing healthcare back on the radar and helping people understand what hearing aids and hearing aid technology can be and should be and what it is today. Lessening that stigma of what people think it what it was or is 10 to 20 years ago. So from the Wall Street Journal to Wired Magazine, we started the conversation, and then that conversation continues. So when you get a lot of attention and you're talking about new technologies, innovation, expanding and redefining a product, awards also come with it, but the awards isn't about just saying you've got awards. It's about performance and quality of life for patients, for people. These products have to truly help people with their daily life. So we're very honored with our awards that we've received for the performance, manufacturing of quality, reliability, and the innovation and thinking. And we ended 2019 with a great honor and a testament to that vision and that path that we started. At the end of 2019, we were honored with the Livio AI being named as Time Magazine's 100 Best Inventions in 2019. Not only is it about what we can do with the product and being recognized by a respected and global publication as Time Magazine, but it put a spotlight on why hearing healthcare is essential. It put a spotlight on what hearing aids can do and should do for people, and that people with hearing loss should not be ashamed or delay getting service or taking care of their hearing loss, but hopefully educate and speed up that process. Not only from 2019, and if you look at what we've done with our AI technology, last week we were just awarded the 2020 AI Breakthrough Award for what we're doing with Livio Edge AI and technology. This is a prestige award with over 2,200 nominees from big companies, also have received this award in the past, and were part of the process, such as IBM and Lenovo. The AI Breakthrough Award is for the best intelligent personal assistant that honors best companies, technologies, and recognizes the use of AI to solve everyday problems and help people live better lives. So from the end of 2019 to where we are today, there's been a lot that's happened in the middle. Many of you were at our Hearing Innovation Expo in January of 2020, and there, when you have over 3,500 hearing aid professionals and hearing healthcare professionals in a room, we released Livio Edge AI. We showed you what the future was going to look like. We followed up and we've delivered in February with the launch of Livio Edge AI. We also introduced our custom 2.4 Livio Edge AI product, the first and only rechargeable AI product 2.4 that's on the market today. And the conversation continued after the expo, but a lot has happened in the last 8 months. We know with global pandemic and a lot of the unforeseen things that we've all experienced, and it's affected all of us one way or the other, Starkey has stayed the course. We've had to continue with what we wanted to continue with what we're doing and what we're working on, and helping your patient and helping you, our customer, because our mission is to serve our customers better than anyone else. And through the lowest of low times over the last 8 months, we were there for you, and we will continue to be there for you. And that's why we're here today. We're here because progress stays the course. At Starkey, innovation never sleeps. In January, we launched Livio Edge AI, and the custom 2.4 rechargeable product. And in the world of masks right now, our custom products and custom orders are a third of Starkey's orders right now. And we haven't seen an increase in custom like this in over 10 years. People love the Livio Edge AI custom product. They love the Livio Edge AI RIC product. We have a full solution. You're going to see what we have for you because this launch event is for you. Livio Edge AI is new and it's better. What we are doing with our technology is like nothing else from no one else. Ladies and gentlemen, the world's smartest hearing aid just got better. Are you ready? At Starkey, hearing better is to live better. Now let's see what's new with the new Livio Edge AI and what we're bringing to you for your patient. Every rocket ride needs a chief scientist. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to introduce our Chief Technology Officer and Executive Vice President of Engineering, Dr. Achin Bhowmick.
Thank you, Brandon. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you're joining around the world. It's great to be with you, albeit virtually. As Brandon explained, we created a new frontier in hearing aid technology with Livio Edge AI. Today, we are pushing that frontier forward, making the best even better. We are excited to bring to you an array of new products and technologies today that will truly give an edge to our patients in these challenging times. We embarked on a journey to transform the hearing aid from a single function device that you need to a multi-purpose device that you want. First and foremost, our mission is to deliver the best hearing experience for your patients. Amazing sound clarity, seamless connectivity, ergonomic designs, and ease of use. But second, beyond that, we want to help our patients with their overall health, track physical activities and cognitive engagement, detect falls, and alert loved ones. Our Livio devices are the world's only hearing aids that can detect fall with artificial intelligence. And we are humbled to hear every day how this technology is saving lives. It makes our hard work absolutely worth it. Third, our smart hearing aids connect you to the world of information. With a simple double tap on your ear, you know what's the weather. You can get reminded of your medication or important tasks. You can translate languages from a single function device that you need to a multi-purpose device that you want. As we revolutionize the hearing aid, we're most proud of the unprecedented hearing experience that we deliver. It's our job number one. We deliver the industry's most advanced sound processing technologies, combined with the power of artificial intelligence to deliver amazing and intelligent sound. Hearing Reality Pro, we have built it with best-in-class acoustic classification with artificial intelligence, real-time binaural audio signal processing, smart and adaptive directionality, and industry's best adaptive feedback canceller technology. And we've created the Edge mode powered by advanced edge artificial intelligence technology. The Edge AI engine constantly analyzes the world around us, and with a simple double tap or the press of a button, the devices automatically adapt to instantaneously optimize for clarity and comfort for every listening environment. Well, some of our customers have said the Edge mode feels like Tesla's ludicrous mode, and we agree. The result of all these technologies is the best sound quality in the market. And we're proud to bring to you the world's only 2.4 gigahertz rechargeable custom devices. It's a game changer in the personalized hearing experience. The industry accepted perception before we delivered this product was, if you wanted both rechargeability and Bluetooth connectivity, no custom device was possible. It cannot be done. I heard it is difficult. Well, one of our favorite mantras here is, if it's difficult, we get to work on it right away. And the impossible might take a little longer. So with rechargeable batteries and built-in 2.4 gigahertz low-energy Bluetooth radios, this device provides direct connectivity and audio streaming from both iPhones and the latest Android phones. And it includes all the health-able technologies, including fall detection with embedded sensors and artificial intelligence. As Brandon explained, with the global pandemic, the demand for our new custom rechargeable devices has skyrocketed. And as you can see why. We're receiving numerous feedback on the convenience of this product when wearing a face mask that loops around your ears. Well, face masks also attenuate sound. It alters spectrum of the sound. Especially, it muffles the high-frequency fricative transitions in speech. It also blocks visual cues. So all of this really makes it very difficult for hearing-impaired patients to listen, understand speech, and participate in a conversation. So we wanted to take this problem head-on, and we went to the lab, studied the acoustic transmission properties with all kinds of masks. And in order to explain the results, let me invite Dr. Dave Fabry, our Chief Innovation Officer, on the stage. Dave.
Morning, Achin. How are you?
Good morning.
Good. Well, just want to highlight a couple things that both you and Brandon mentioned. First, since we've all been wearing masks more and more, I've found myself two things. First is that the RIC devices that I really love and have worn for the past year or so become entangled frequently in the straps of the mask. And you notice that putting them on and taking them off, I'm not having any problem. And that's because I'm now wearing the custom, they fit so small, I'm now wearing the custom rechargeable 2.4 gigahertz device. Look how small it is. Incredible in terms of that cosmetic performance with all of the connectivity and with the sensors that we've come to love with the Livio Edge AI. RIC devices are now available in a custom form factor as well. As Achin said, though, the other thing I noticed when wearing the masks is that depending upon who I was communicating with, all masks are not created equal. So what we did was we took and we measured just a subset of the many, many masks that exist on the market. And we looked at and highlight here in this graph that you'll see a person wearing no mask, which is the 0 line. And then we compared that with some very popular medical grade N95 masks, fabric masks, and then the increasingly popular masks that incorporate a clear plastic window. And what you see is very different measurements across the types of masks that are used. In fact, the one interesting thing for the audiologists and the dispensers on the audience here is that the clear mask actually enhances speech at some frequencies. So we have a dilemma. We could either use just a simple offset to apply whenever a mask is being worn by hearing aid users, but I think we've got something even better. And what do you think, Achin?
Well, I think this is perfectly a problem that could be encountered and solved with artificial intelligence. So our excellent team of machine learning researchers have gone into the lab, and we wanted to take this problem head on. Artificial intelligence is disrupting many industries and applications by solving problems that were previously thought to be unsolvable. For us, we have adopted the most advanced edge artificial intelligence technology that we have built right into the hearing aid. And with AI technology, it automatically analyzes the world and understands the speech environment, how it is being degraded by whatever mask without knowing a priori on what mask people will be wearing. It provides compensation for it and more. So let's demonstrate to you this breakthrough solution that we've achieved with Edge artificial intelligence technology in the Edge mode.
Okay, so what you're going to hear are 3 audio demonstrations. The first one, what you'll hear, and really what we wanted to demonstrate is the impact of social distancing from that 3-foot common distance that we used prior to COVID-19 to 6 feet. And then we wanted to look at the impact of different masks and on the impact of background noise on speech understanding. And in the first demo, what you're going to hear is a female talker reading the rainbow passage. This is a very common passage in use because it represents all of the different sounds in English language. And this will be in the presence of background noise at a social distance of 6 feet, but no mask is worn. So I want to have you listen to the female talker in this challenging listening environment.
The rainbow is a division of white light into many beautiful colors. These take the shape of a long, round arch with its path high above and its 2 ends apparently beyond the horizon.
So even for those of you with normal hearing, I think you probably struggled a little bit to hear. In the second example now, what we're going to do is add in a fabric mask like what you see here. And what I want you to pay particular attention to are those high-pitched components of speech, like Achin mentioned, in that female voice as you hear it in the presence of background noise. Take a listen.
The rainbow is a division of white light into many beautiful colors. These take the shape of a long, round arch with its path high above and its 2 ends apparently beyond the horizon.
This really represents the type of difficulties that we're all having and appreciating the importance of hearing in communicating in noise with mask wearing. But add in a hearing loss on that, and it renders speech almost unintelligible in that type of environment. So for the final comparison, now what we're going to do is add in Edge mode, which is enabled by the individual with a simple double tap in the same environment with the same female talker. What I want you to do again is focus on those high frequency, high pitched sounds like s, f, f, with the same sample, but with Edge mode activated.
The rainbow is a division of white light into many beautiful colors. These take the shape of a long, round arch with its path high above and its 2 ends apparently beyond the horizon.
Now, I know we're at the mercy of your speakers or your headphones, but I think, and you could hear clearly in here, that Edge mode uses artificial intelligence to instantaneously optimize speech audibility to offset communication challenges presented by face masks, social distancing, and background noise. I will tell you, in my opinion, that it was easier to understand that third sample than even the first one when no mask was worn. Quite frankly, there is no technology like this on the market anywhere. And I think it is the best way to communicate and offset those communication difficulties presented with masks by hearing aid wearers wearing Livio Edge AI.
So what do you think? Amazing, right? Wow. So it's time to turn our attention to the lineup of the Livio family of products. The form factors. One size does not fit all. Up until now, with the recent addition of the custom rechargeable device, this has been the Livio family of products. The custom rechargeable delivers 70 dB of gain. Pretty amazing. Plus the incredibly small micro rig and our very popular rig Livio Edge AI, both in rechargeable and Zinc Air versions of it, as well as the Zinc Air BTE device that we've had for a while. Well, if you notice, there has been a missing member in this family. So ladies and gentlemen, today we welcome the newest member in the Livio family, the rechargeable BTE. And I'll tell you, it's a stunning product, the best-in-class device. I'm extremely proud of our engineering teams, of what they have been able to achieve with this design. It's industry's smallest 2.4 gigahertz rechargeable BTE, a whopping 30% smaller than the competing device. It's also 22% smaller than our own non-rechargeable BTE. So we are outdoing ourselves and outperforming our competitors. And despite the small design, it's also the world's most powerful 2.4 gigahertz rechargeable BTE, delivering 70 dB gain. We've designed this with dual receivers that reduce vibration and provides the stability that's needed to deliver this gain with such a small form factor. And we've delivered 24 hours of battery life, no compromise there. It works with our standard charger that you love. With onboard battery, it fully charges in 2.5 hours and can provide charges to devices up to 3 times without a power source. And it works with the pocket charger that you like. Turbocharge your hearing aids for 3.5 hours of battery life in just 7 minutes, and it can fully charge in less than 3 hours. It includes 2.4 gigahertz low-energy Bluetooth radio that provides direct connectivity and audio streaming from iPhones as well as latest Android phones, and of course, compatible with all of our current 2.4 gigahertz accessories. And I'm also proud that this device provides industry's highest ingress protection rating, IP68. And it includes all of the healthable technologies, step tracking, exercise monitoring, brain score for social engagement, fall detection. So with this new device, we now deliver the industry's most complete line of 2.4 gigahertz rechargeable devices, the RIC, the customs, and now the BTE. So in addition to these devices, we've also built amazing applications for the connected consumers. And we have made some great enhancements that we are very happy to talk to you today about the usability as well as connectivity experiences. And I'd like to invite Dr. Dave Fevry to explain this.
Thanks, Sachin. So I want to shift our attention to focus on our dynamic duo of user apps, which is shown in this slide here, Thrive and Thrive Care. When we introduced Thrive Care at the Hearing Innovation Expo earlier this year, we launched the industry's first and only companion app that provides family members and professional caregivers with the peace of mind that their loved ones are safe. They can provide motivation for that hearing aid user to ensure that they're engaging in physical activity and social engagement, and even monitor if they suffered a fall, all in real time. And then now, we're pleased to announce the latest advancements on Thrive Hearing Control by providing an innovative and even more engaging user experience that includes a setup screen that makes it easier, particularly for those first-time hearing aid users, to get started and engage with the app in an easier-to-use fashion than ever previously possible. In addition, we've focused, as Sachin said, on robust connectivity to experience the utmost in ease of use, sound quality, and engagement for both iPhone and Android platforms.
Great. And we have collaborated very closely with the teams at Apple and Google to provide this enhancement in connectivity experience that I'm sure your patients will be very happy with. Today, we are also introducing a new breakthrough technology to help the severely hearing impaired patients understand speech better. We call it IntelliVoice. This technology is inspired by the brain. As we know, human brain is a network of neurons. Our biological neural network processes the sensory signals and helps us understand the world around us. For example, the neural network in our healthy auditory cortex helps us understand speech. Well, people with severe to profound hearing loss struggle to understand speech despite sound amplification via hearing aids. So we asked ourselves, can we build a deep neural network with the most advanced AI algorithms to help these patients? And we have built a very creative AI architecture that includes not one, but 3 concurrent deep neural networks comprising 4.5 million trainable parameters. And we process this deep neural network on the iPhone to provide speech clarity like never before for people that really struggle to understand speech. So this feature is not for everyone because of the 100 milliseconds latency between the phone and the hearing aid, but it is intended for patients with severe to profound hearing loss and serious speech discrimination problems. It's life-changing for that one patient you will see today who struggle to understand speech, but now can get that extra edge in understanding speech. We're also introducing a number of very exciting new technologies today in our fitting software, and Dave will explain this.
I'm going to highlight just 3 of the many features that we're launching today, but new in Inspire 2020.1 are features that help both professionals and end users efficiently and easily and efficiently achieve customized, accurate patient fittings. These brand new features are designed to delight both patients and providers and include automatic real ear measurement target match. Now, we know that real ear measurement is a part of your best practice for many practitioners to help achieve patient satisfaction. Audibility alone does not achieve patient delight, but it's a good first step. But in the past, it's been difficult to use in many cases. People have to go back and forth between the fitting software, the hardware, make adjustments on the device. And now with auto real ear measurements, you can do binaural measurements simultaneously, and it's fully integrated between Inspire software, the hardware for real ear measurements, and the devices. And finally, it incorporates both independently verified formulae as well as eStat, which has been our proprietary formula developed specifically for our technology to achieve optimum results. We're delighted to bring this feature for those of you who use real ear measurements as part of your best practice. The second feature that I want to discuss is our Tinnitus Pro feature. And in this case, we know that there is no cure for tinnitus, but it can be managed. And Multiflex Tinnitus Pro is our next generation feature to enable sound therapy management to be used by practitioners by providing 3 different stimulus options now to effectively mask the hearing aid user's tinnitus. We are now the only manufacturer to incorporate minimum masking level, which is a part of many practitioners' best practice efforts to achieve that maximum efficient stimulus for use with tinnitus patients. This is not a simple solution, but we've provided now the most comprehensive solution to manage those patients with tinnitus who make up 50 million people in the US alone, 15% of the population. The final thing that I'm particularly glad to talk about is in terms of our real-time synchronous telehealth feature. We know that because of COVID-19, many of you have started to use telehealth. I myself first used it 25 years ago, but what we've seen is in this pandemic where patients are unable to or unwilling to come in and see you face to face, they are now able and have been able to use Hearing Care Anywhere as an asynchronous solution. Today, we're launching the synchronous live sessions that enables now real-time synchronous fashion with audio-visual support to be able to use to provide ease of use and convenience for both the patient and the provider. We remain committed to providing the asynchronous solution that we have in the past. But now, in addition to being able to use that real-time solution, you can decide whether synchronous or asynchronous will meet your patient's needs and your needs with the greatest convenience. In addition, we have the industry's only use of self-check feature embedded into the Thrive app that enables patients to diagnose simple problems about whether the microphone, the receiver, or the circuit are functioning, whether there's a hearing aid problem or something that requires clinical attention from the professional. Again, this combination of self-check, asynchronous telehealth, and now live sessions enables a full array of telehealth solutions for those of you who use it. I think that the pandemic has provided an acute rationale for telehealth, but we hope that as you move forward in this new abnormal, that you will find its way into your best practice for the future.
Well, great set of technologies. But one more thing. Well, we'd like to show you this one invention that when you hear about it, you might say, that's brilliant and so simple. And why didn't I think about that? So to demonstrate this, we need a phone. So Dave, can I borrow your smartphone, please?
Yeah.
Well, did you just lose it again?
Yeah.
Always happens to me as well.
It happens to me, and you know, we've had that Find My Hearing Aid function for some time in our devices, but I wonder
if the smartest hearing aids on the planet can help you find your smartphone when you lose it.
Let's try it.
Let's try.
Where's my phone?
Well,
Hold
you
on
left
one
it over
second.
there.
Now I remember I left it. Now I can just disable it, and I found it. And oftentimes it's the case that it's hiding in plain sight. In many cases, it's like the remote control on my television set, stuffed under the cushion or often my glasses, which are on my head. In this case now, it enables me that convenience to use in the reverse way that no one else offers right now, to find my phone. And you can say, well, are today's hearing aid patients able to use that? Do they even have smartphones in many cases? I would challenge the conventional wisdom because we know from the latest Pew research that the 65 to 69-year-old age group, 3/4 of them have smartphones today, and the over 65 crowd in general, nearly half of us have a smartphone. So don't have a preconceived notion that we won't find this useful, because I already have been using it on a regular basis.
Well, very, very cool and useful at the same time. Well, if the smart hearing aid can get you all the information from the cloud to you, it can remind you when you need to take medicine, it should be able to help you find your phone when you lose it.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Dave.
Thanks.
Well, an amazing array of technologies. AI for everyone, for all rechargeables, and at all technology levels. Now, to share some exciting news on the commercial front, let me invite our Chief Marketing Officer and Executive Vice President of Product Management, Chris McCormick.
Thank you, Achin. Amazing technology, as always. Super exciting. In addition to Livio being the most best sounding, best performing, most talked about, and most covered device in the industry, it's also our most in-demand product. And we've recently passed the 1 millionth device fit threshold. And it's been our fastest converting technology platform ever, with now over 90% of the products in that category being Livio. And by the way, not one Livio product has been sold through big box or direct to consumer. For those of you that haven't had your patients try Livio yet and you haven't experienced it, we definitely believe it's worthy of your consideration. In fact, we're so confident that you and your patients are going to enjoy and benefit from Livio, we're going to help send patients to your office directly. There's been a lot of talk about OTC and DTC in our industry over the past couple of years. And at Starkey, we believe that we focus on what we can control and not worry about what we can't. And so we're introducing a new program called DTP, which means Direct to Professional. And so later this fall, we'll be rolling out a campaign, a digital media campaign across the United States that will communicate the benefits of Livio AI technology to your patients and send them to you directly through the independent hearing professional and our best customers. So look for more coming soon, and thank you very much.
Oh, thank you, Chris. So we're pushing the frontiers of hearing technology further, giving your patients and our professionals that extra edge that they've been looking for. Now more than ever, we're helping people hear better. But to explain how these breakthrough technologies are also helping people live better lives, let me invite our industry's only Chief Health Officer, Dr. Arkel Giorgio. Arkel.
Hello to everyone who's joining us from around the world. Well, hearing is essential, and now more than ever. When we were together back in January at the Starkey Innovation Expo, we talked about the effect of loneliness on the human body, the ravaging effects, the toxic effects that it can have, and the disproportionate effects that loneliness has on individuals with hearing impairment. Well, now the pandemic has created a crisis that's even greater. And individuals with hearing impairment are in the middle of that. Because in this pandemic, we have an epidemic of loneliness, with mask wearing, social distancing, remote technologies that force us to talk to our loved ones and our friends and our colleagues across a screen, more and more individuals with hearing impairment are being isolated and therefore lonely. But not only is it difficult to communicate with those around us that we love, it's also so much harder to communicate with the doctors and the nurses and the care providers that help us manage the conditions that are so frequently associated with hearing loss. If you have hearing impairment and you're wearing a mask, how do you talk about the risks and alternatives to a life-altering surgery? How do you contemplate whether or not to take an effective but potentially risky medication? How do you advocate for yourself? And so this is what motivated Ted Westmoreland to get his hearing aids. So Ted is 75 years old. He lives in Nashville. He's a self-proclaimed rocker, had a long ponytail in his day. Will quietly tell you he was also a Vietnam vet. And now at the age of 75, he is still active as a sound engineer. He's known that he's had hearing loss for over 10 years. But it was only a few weeks ago that he decided to go to get his hearing evaluated and to embark on the journey of getting it addressed. And I asked Ted on the telephone, what was it that made you finally do this after 10 years? And he said, you know, Raquel, I did it for Vicky. So Vicky is his lovely, beautiful wife that's in the photo that you see. She's in her late 60s and looks perfectly healthy in that photograph. But Vicky was recently diagnosed with class 3 heart failure. And for those of you who don't know a lot about that, it means that the next few years could be particularly challenging for her. And he found himself not being able to hear effectively enough when her doctors were talking about the clinical trials that she might be eligible for, the medications that she should be considering, and what her prognosis would be overall. And he wanted to be able to hear better so that he could advocate for Vicky. And that was his why. But being a sound engineer, just hearing better wasn't good enough for Ted. He wanted the best sound quality. And he literally put all of the manufacturer's specifications side by side to decide which hearing aid device would give him the best sound quality. And he not only wanted the Livio Edge AI hearing aids, he insisted on the Livio Edge AI hearing aids and switched providers to get what he wanted and needed. And it's not just that sound quality matters to a sound engineer. Sound quality matters to everyone because great sound quality makes it that much easier for your brain to function. It makes it that much less hard to decipher what the words are and decreases the cognitive load so that an individual can focus on learning and interacting and engaging. And that, of course, is what creates knowledge and memories. And so sound quality is like a nutrient to the brain. It is nourishing to the brain, and great sound quality is even more nourishing. So we can all appreciate that, and we have for many years heard about the impact of hearing impairment on dementia. So I just show you this to remind you that we know that there's correlation between untreated hearing loss and dementia, and not just for severe hearing loss. Even individuals with mild hearing impairment have twice the risk of developing dementia than those who do not have any hearing loss at all. So much so that several weeks ago, the Lancet Commission 2020 published their report on dementia and highlighted the 12 modifiable risk factors that can potentially prevent 40% of dementia. And I'll highlight that not only is hearing on the list, but hearing is the greatest modifiable risk factor that there is. This is something that your patients have to understand. But sometimes that concept of a modifiable risk factor is a little vague. So how might you communicate that in a way that people really understand the silent risk of hearing loss and the value of hearing aids? I'll share this study with you. This was done in 2018 and published in JAMA Otolaryngology. Before I show you the data, I just want to orient you to the slide. That gray line at the top measures memory, and that line would indicate normal memory or average memory. Any data points below that would indicate a memory deficit. So in this study, what they did was they identified individuals with hearing loss, not particularly old, average age 46, and they were not regular hearing aid wearers. They had two groups: mild hearing impairment, moderate and severe hearing impairment. Non-hearing aid wearers. Let's see how much memory impairment they had. Pretty significant for both the mild group as well as the moderate severe group. They compared that to a group of individuals, same age, same level of hearing impairment, but this group was a group of hearing aid wearers. Take a look at that. That is the value of hearing aids. And one thing to impress upon your patients is that hearing loss is not a destiny to dementia. This is what it means to be and to address a modifiable risk factor. So in closing, back to Ted. Ted actually got his Livio Edge AI hearing aids on Thursday. I gave him until Saturday to get adjusted. And I talked to him on the phone, and he said, when I first put them on, it was pure joy. Not only are they comfortable, the clarity is outstanding. And he said, Arkell, they change my interaction with life and the world. What he's really looking forward to is going to Vicky's medical appointment, which is later this week, so that he can hear better and give her the opportunity to live better. With that, I'll bring Brandon Sawalich back to the stage.
Thank you, Arkell. Thank you. So, in closing, we have the greatest decade ahead of us in the hearing industry. I said this at the Hearing Innovation Expo in January. If you look at the aging population and more people need hearing help, and how Starkey is leading the way in innovative technology, not only with best sound quality, healthable products, personal assistant, and what we want to do to connect people with people, we have more and more people to help in the coming decade. Now, there's been obstacles that's come up since we were together in January, but we persevere, we look ahead, we move forward. Starkey believes to hear better is to live better. We also believe that better hearing is best served through you, the hearing professional. There's an art and a science to what we do. For those of you that do work with us, thank you for your business, your loyalty, your friendship, and being behind us. For those of you that might be tuning in and watching this launch event, haven't worked with Starkey in a while, I'm going to ask you to give us a try. Because the reasons, the excuses are getting smaller and smaller when it comes to technology and family of products. Because one product, whether it's the custom product, which we make as small as we can every time, Power BTE, or Livio Edge AI RIC, we have a solution that's going to work for one of your patients now or next. So we want to thank everybody. It's a good time to be doing what we're doing. It's a great time to be in the hearing industry and hearing healthcare. Starkey is the hearing healthcare company as we look ahead and move forward over the next decade. We want to thank you. It's a new era, and you're going to experience more at Starkey. Thank you for joining us.